Good afternoon, YouTube. So this is the new Radyr Trains Wales DLC by Just Trying. But it's actually the ex TfW Pacer, basically. So it's 2019. Pacers are still a thing on the main line. Yeah, that falls off. Let's quickly scrub this around. What does that look like? Perfect. Headlights though. That gives us day running on the headlights. And the doors are open, but they're going to be closing now. There we go. So this is, actually, like I said, the DLC here is primarily for the Pacer, but it includes the 150 and the 153 in extra Trains Wales liveries. So yeah, this train has already called it Herbert. Actually, no, I'm not going to say the place name because I don't know how to pronounce them. But we are taking over at Radyr. I'm going to be calling it Cardiff, Cathays, Cardiff Queen Street, and Cardiff Central. Start speed is basically 66 miles an hour, full power now. Just skip step 5 straight up into full power. Right, get along. And our next stop, like I say, is Cathays.
The next station stop is Radyr.
I know it's Radyr, sorry, my apologies. I'm an idiot. It's about 1.4 miles. So quite the upgrade. So now 6 years later, today this was worked by 756, which is the standard word, which is a pretty good train. So yeah, quite a bit of change. Yeah, apologies, I don't know why I just managed to miss Radyr. I mean, I would have stopped Radyr, but like, you know. Basically, you get a lot of them. It is actually a guy. Okay, maybe not. That'll do. You heard the squeal. The guards for some reason not from the destination, by the way. So I'm good at my job. We've got time, not really, we've got 25 seconds to get out the door. What we'll do is we'll set it at Queen Street, which means only which is sort of 5 miles away, 3 miles away. So it's a very short journey. That's looking at it. It's a total of 5 miles, but it takes about 18 minutes. We spent quite a chunk of time sitting at Queen Street. Oh, that's interesting. It's been retimed in the current timetable. Sutter Herbert, yeah. I suppose that does make sense because they said they're going to change the times when the new 398s came in. So I don't know. I had the hood on there. Apologies for that. The thing is, you've got to have the hood on to see when you can close the doors. Like an automated system for that would be amazing. Three, 5, 7. Also, the GSMR has been added. This is some new functionality, but otherwise it's pretty much the same as the JT Pacer. Oh, and the interior has changed. We'll look at that at Queen Street. So sorry, words are hard today. So we take a we've got the 60 here. That's 50 for local haul, but we're multiple unit, so we can do multiple unit speeds. I'm going to quickly bump myself up slightly here because the game is rather loud. I've been doing EMUs a lot lately, so they're actually very quiet. 45 miles an hour. 45, and got no my braking point now for Cat A's. The throttle's wide open. It's not this signal, it's basically, I call it a lollipop signal, but I'll point it out as we go past it. And we sort of take a brake application there, Cat, a mile to go. We do actually get a 70 limit at some point here, which we can just about reach. So it shows like you do get some nice fast segments on this line. No. Grab a screenshot here. And that's the thumbnail right there. Absolutely ragging its little heart out. That's probably the thumbnail. I've driven the HST a lot lately just for myself in Trains and Classic. And like this is so much easier to drive. This is just a little scooter. The HST is a lot more thought out. This I can rag around as much as I want really. This is already pop signal there. So you see we just got maybe at 70. You pass the 70 just before I take a screenshot. Apologies for the stutters, they didn't happen earlier, there's some recording in it. And that's 70. So I shall shut off. 1 potato, 2 potato. Stop one it down for now. And the next stop, like I say, is Cat A's.
The next station stop is Cat A.
Cat A's. The stutters are really quite intense today. This isn't normal for me. Slowing down a bit too cautiously now, but oh well. Off. I'm quickly scratching it up to the end. So start speed at the platform, you can see straight away is a 30, but we're against a single yellow aspect. Even though I know that means there's a red at the end of Queen Street, we still need to set a DRA because we've been theory at risk of a side spad. Start on yellow? Yeah, probably. But yeah, overall, yeah, it's time to call. It's a good little DLC, I quite enjoy it. Open up strapping to full, but then shut off at 30 and keep an eye out for the 25. was impressed that we were able to get it to slide under braking earlier. It's a little early, but oh well. Oh, apologies, I was wrong with my signal allocations there. Because this single yellow is now signalling us into Queen Street. It also looks very red, and I don't have any visual effects in. So that is not ideal, that is it? We'll creep it in against the... And I want to stop a little bit long here because I want to make sure I can see this platform starting signal. There we go. So a little bit long, nothing mega, but just enough that I can actually see the platform start signal. So we said we'd get down and have a look at the interior. So this is the other change, other nicer seats. So you can still sit in them, and obviously the hoppers work. Apparently, depending on the time of year, depending how hot it is in the game, depends on how many hoppers open, which is quite cool. Toilet, not in use. No, I don't want to sit down, I want to. And obviously just to quickly show off as well, the door control system on this is similar to the 150. Use the T key, power on the door panel, and then you open this up, and then just checking that's not, yeah, that's not failed, perfect, but yeah. I'll just do that, and I'll just turn that off, and I should have full control of the doors when I get back to the front. And you, obviously, the strange thing with the Pacer is you get sort of one door on one side and two on the other. So you, like on this side, you've got the toilet, and opposite that, oh, give over. Oh, that's good. Oh, bi-leaf doors as well. These are the other, like, they don't shut on a timer, but yeah, those are basically the new doors type. And basically, yeah, so you get the toilet here, and in the next carriage, you've got some 4 seats to replace the toilet, because not every vehicle has a toilet on a Pacer. There's the opening, and there's the closing, which is very accurate to real life. So I used to get Pacers a lot, not the Welsh ones, but so the way 143s end up in Wales was because they basically were just deemed to not, well, they were reshuffled from the north, effectively. There was because 142s were originally in Cornwall, weren't working on the branch lines, so something got shuffled to Cornwall, I'm going to say Sprinters from somewhere. That displaced the Pacers, which then cascaded to the northeast, which displayed the northeast Pacers, which then went to South Wales. Basically, just asset rearranging. I'm going to shut that off for now. Otherwise, this registration button, signing at signal, text the signaller, denied, no route available, so he said wait, which is fair enough. What else? So yeah, that says wait, click and clear it off with the cross. The phone book doesn't work, the... Can I remember what that button doesn't work? Brightness. Cool. And then urgent call to signaller and emergency call to signaller also don't work. I should do the wipers just to make sure I get my little point for using them, and we'll open the window for the drive up into Cardiff. So, green, brake off. No. Let's lock the doors first. Wait for the buzz from the guard. And I just shut off at 15 because although we're in a 25 limit technically at the moment, we enter a 15 momentarily. And of course we're against a single amber, so I'm just taking my time approaching Cardiff. So overall my thoughts on this are that it's a good route. Because, you know, I can absolutely give this the points for being good DLC. It's a good route, but it's a good DLC. Wish the route was longer, that's not JT's fault. But other than that, I actually really enjoy the pacer. It's certainly nice to have a modern pacer in Train Sim World. You know, yeah, it's nice to have a modern pacer. It's done to a good standard, JT stuff always is. I have no real complaints, notes or anything like that. No, I've got no real negative feedback. The one question I do have is where the DSD isolation is, because according to the game, when I hit my queue, I hit a DVD acknowledgement, but I've got no idea where the DVD, the circuit breaker is. In effect, I'm gonna rubber brake, get us down slightly. That's definitely an amber. That's definitely a red. So the reds are a lot pink here. But it's just the way that the light comes off the signals. That's why. But that's again, that's core DTG. Crap. Spooting. Just coasting off down the hill, and we'll drop into Cardiff Central. Obviously, you've got the new OLE stand over here. I don't think we've covered this route much, to be fair. I'm not going to be really annoyed if this is the exact one I did when I did the 150 on here. I need to do the 153 at some stage, but that'll be next year at this point. So I'm actually pretty packed up on releases up until then. But anyway, hopefully you guys do enjoy. I did enjoy the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a very regular basis. Until next time, folks. Bye-bye for now. In case you haven't noticed, it's not the end of the video, just I'm up to go and dispose of the train, but it's how we be, how we do. How we be and how we do. There we go. So that'll do, and we'll release the doors on the right, and I can put the train down. So reverser goes to off, key gets put to off, we full service, we headlights to tail lights, and leaving the cab we set the DRA. We can also set that to not in service. Leave and get out of the train. So yeah, that is that. Like I say, so we've got the accessible spaces here as well, which is pretty good. These weren't the most accessible trains, but yeah. Sorry, not in service. Sorry, I would love for someone to change what on the end. Sorry, I'm a pacer. But alas, that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like the video if you did. Subscribe to see more from me on a very regular basis. Until next time, bye.